Tim, first of all, introduce yourself. Tell us your name and what you do for Syngenta.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for having me. My name's Tim O'Brien. I'm a traits product manager for Syngenta, and I work with our North American corn traits like Duracade and Viptera and Artesian.
We're here at the Farm Progress Show where we like to see innovative new products and announcements. What are you talking to corn growers about here with your Duracade Viptera product line?
Sure. Yeah, Duracade Viptera is our lead stack in our portfolio that offers protection for 16 above and below ground insects. That's the most in the industry for a trait stack. So we're very proud of that stack and very excited to offer it to growers. And when you're looking at the above ground pests, you get things like western bean cutworm, your armyworms, earworms, and below ground protection for things like corn rootworm as well.
Well, talk a little bit more about that list. I mean, that's a pretty healthy list of pests that you're controlling. Name some of those that are maybe, I don't say of most importance, or maybe some people wouldn't think of necessarily.
Sure. Yeah, western bean cutworm is one that's kind of snuck up on growers here over the past couple decades. It's spread across the Corn Belt and also into Ontario. Traditionally a pest that had been a little bit more thought of out in eastern Colorado or western Nebraska is now spread across the entire Corn Belt. So you get growers even in Ohio, in Indiana, Michigan, Ontario starting to be needing a scout for that pest, and it's fairly difficult to scout for and time your treatments. You have to scout for the eggs on the upper leaves, and you have to time your treatment to catch them before they get in the ear, because once they get in the ear, you can't get the insecticides to penetrate that ear. So having a technology like Viptera available really helps growers rest easy. Maybe go to the kids' ball game. Maybe take a short vacation and not have to worry about scouting and spraying for a pest like western bean cutworm.
Mm-hmm. So when you're looking at the product name for growers, I understand you've kind of made some changes in that from what used to be like numbers, and that could be maybe a little confusing for some farmers even. How did deciding which Duracade Viptera product, if I'm saying it right, to control what they're looking for?
Sure, yeah, we've tried to simplify our system, make it much easier for growers to select a stack that meets the needs of their fields. And so if it has Duracade for corn rootworm control, we've now put Duracade in the name of the stack. If it has Viptera for your above ground insect control, it's got Viptera in the name of the stack. And if it's got both, it's got Duracade and Viptera in the name of the stack name. And so tried to be very intuitive and straightforward and simplifying that system so growers can select the right trait stack for their fields.
Now, is that in place so that at this point, that's what farmers are seeing, looking for, maybe placing orders for?
Yep. Yeah, we implemented that this past June for the 2023 planting season. And so as you're selecting products for the 2023 season, should see those new simplified names in most of the marketing materials and product guides.
Before we close, what else would you like farmers, for example, to know about what you're doing in this area that we didn't touch on?
Sure, yeah, I'd say given the environmental conditions this year, it might be a year to make sure you're on the watch out for different molds and mycotoxins, especially aflatoxin, given the stress and environmental conditions that we've had. And if you can protect that ear from insect feeding, like western bean cutworm or corn earworm, it really also helps minimize those entry points where those molds and mycotoxins get in there. So utilizing a product like a Viptera trait stack can help, but you still want to be scouting and looking for those insects that in your non-Viptera fields and really watching for things at harvest that could affect your grain quality. You could get docked at the elevator, or you could have livestock feeding issues as well. So not just aflatoxin, but also fumonisins and monotoxins. You want to keep a watch out for those, and if you can protect that ear with a trait stack like a Viptera containing trait stack, it really minimizes your risk.
All right, well, thank you very much, Tim, for visiting with me here at Farm Progress Show. We're in the Syngenta exhibit. I'm Chuck Zimmerman reporting.